continue working on my perfectly useless manual engine here, and this is where I am so far. I cut out these two parts here, and as you can see, without a DRO it is perfectly possible to make a good job. Except of course that if you have a DRO it will be easier. But whatever, we'll see, maybe I can camouflage it. So the assembly should look more or less like this. Here comes the fingery pushy thing that I'm gonna make out of this piece of scrap. I need an L shape, so I have to cut out all this material. But here is already a useless hole in it, so I think this will be perfect, almost. I also already drilled the mounting holes in here. I just have to drill them in the plate. I think that worked very well. Several times when I drill these holes, these in other parts of course, and the thing doesn't have any locating pins, so it's always a little bit a gamble to see if it lines up perfectly or not, because of course these are two separate parts and the flywheel has to spin between them. If these two holes are not in line, it's gonna be a serious problem. But it works. Cut out by hand. Primitive. Let's make a dedicated shaft out of this thing here. That's good. It's a little bit too long, but no problem, I will shorten it later. And this thing seems to work. Now I need to make a eccentric here on this side, of course, and the connecting rod. And of course, because of my finger wiggly thing here doesn't has a shaft on it, I think I'm gonna use my printer. If I bolt a piece on here with two cute little screws, I think that could work, and then make the connecting rod from here to here. But I think I will start with the eccentric. And this is more or less the idea. Of course, I have to cut at length this little bolt here and the bushing, but I suppose you got it. Okay, time to start thinking, making this other part here. Where's my printer? Here. Two little bolts on top of the thing, and I had a bit of hard time tapping the holes for these two little bolts here. And of course, if you check the tabs here, the size they have, this is a metric 2. If you use these, I think it makes sense that the useless violence technique doesn't work on this. This is very delicate stuff. But they survived and the thing is tapped. So that's very good. And now let's make a connecting rod. And here it is. And because I drilled the holes in the wrong spot, I had to make a new one. And this one works. It's not really easy to make it spin while I'm holding the thing here in my hand, but I'm pretty sure you've got a point. I think it's a nice result. Sometimes it tends to bind up just a tiny bit, which makes it a little bit more difficult to make it spin. But I think it works. And if you're interested in building plans for this thing, here it is.